think it's working. Hold on. Ah, now we're live. Okay. Sorry. There's a new little process in place, so apparently I didn't know about it. Hello, everyone. Lori with Hardworking Mom here. Hope y'all are doing well. Let me make sure I'm up now. I can see your comments, but I can't see the video, so I'm trying to make sure we're live. Okay, it says we're live. All right. Because it's all kind of, hi there, strange to me. I tell you, since they put this new thing in place, it's hard for me to see if I'm live or not. Okay, here we go. Alright, now I can see comments. Yes, awesome. Alright, so tonight we are working on this little bad boy. Isn't he cute? So this was made by one of my cubbies, Anne, and it is so stinking cute that I thought we needed to do something with it. Alright, so look. We're going to put this white rick-rack with it. White and black rick-rack. The black and white little bunny. We have a little of the gingham checked here. And we have a little black and white. So that's what the ribbons for this cute thing. And look, it comes with a carrot. I mean, how stinking cute is that? Alright, so I have a white wreath frame, and look at this lovely mesh. Y'all, this mesh is a cotton jute mix. So it is, I think I kept the little thing, didn't I? Well, there it is. Yep, cotton faux jute check mesh. I'm gonna get it out in a minute. Alright. So we're going to put Poofs behind it because I don't want it to be so much black and white that it loses some of the stuff on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a white base underneath it. So the mesh, the 10-inch mesh is going to be cut at 20 inches. Right? So we'll take the last little bit out. There we go. Alright. So we used the whole roll. It's gone. Whole roll. Because we don't like to waste it. Alright, so I'll just kind of fold this up and we'll set this aside until we get the white on. So y'all had so much fun in my group earlier, but I burned the absolute snot out of my finger. We were doing a wisteria wreath, which I love. I love wisteria. Do y'all like wisteria? And it turned out really cute. But while I was putting some leaves on, the glue dripped right on my finger. Oh, it hurt. Okay. There we go. So we're going to open all the ties up at the bottom. I think I must have had my glue up higher than normal. What happened though is that when the glue got on my finger, when I went to take the glue off, it took my skin off with it. So it didn't burn my finger so much as it took all the skin off. So that was all kinds of lovely. Alright, so let's get some zip ties out. Can you tell I need to go get some new zip ties? Alright, here we go. Let's zoom in. Alright, so I have a white. It has silver in it, but that's not going to make any difference. Thank you for sharing. Alright, so I pull it all together. I gather it all at one end. And I go right before a tie. And I'm going to tie it down. There we go. Alright. And snip it off. There we go. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab it. I'm going to make sure that my ends that are sharp are tucked underneath. I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that is about a 10-inch poof. I'll tie it down and pull it out. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Again. Oh, did you miss earlier? Alright, so this little edge likes to sneak out, so just make sure you put them back in. Alrighty. You know what? We were talking about going to Disney for our vacation this year. I'll be down there for a mastermind in June, so I'm thinking about just staying and going to Disney after. Of course, the problem is it is so hot in June. Like, we did that last year, and it was, no, not last year, it was the year before. And it was so stinking hot. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do June. I might have to do sooner. Or later in the year. Like, right after school starts. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you what, the heat in the South, which I live in, is no joke. Oh, thank you. I do love that wreath. And it's a fun way to make it. That wisteria wreath that we did earlier. And we kind of looked at new ways to do bows. Easy ways. I'll just say that. I did put a picture of it in the community page, and I put it on Facebook too. I'm trying not to hit my finger as I go. So, alright, so here's where we started, right here. So see, we go right before the tie, so we don't use the tie until we get back to it. And then we use the tie. Place it down, and when we tie it off, you can't see where we started. Just an easy little way to kind of make it so you can't really tell where you started. So now I will open the ties up on the top so we can start on the top layer. And I kind of move these down a little bit so I don't accidentally catch them up in the top layer, because trust me, it happens. It does happen. Alright, so then I'm going to take this, I'm going to go right up to the top, and I'm going to tie it down, because you don't want a little weird loop over here. Alright, so we have our tie here. We're not going to use it until we come back around. We're just going to start the same thing. So 1, 2, 3, making our 10-inch loop. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Y'all, I like to do it this way because it's a time saver. And I just can't go through the thing of measuring it out each time. But listen, if you need to do that, by all means do it. You have to do what works for you, right? Whoo, that finger. Okay. I'm kind of scratching it as I go along. Okay. I probably should have put a Band-Aid on it, but since it was a burn, I was trying to leave it out. So I am making my loops, my poofs, fairly large because I don't want them to get completely buried when we put our mesh on. You want to know what the next kit is? Okay, so we'll talk about that for a second. The bee kit is going out this coming week. All the supplies came in on Saturday. So I'll get it all cut up and organized, and I'll get it out this week. So I went ahead and listed the next one. Youch. Okay. So we're back to the beginning. Alright, so we tie this one down. Pull it out. And then we're going to pull up some. Trim it off. Isn't the white pretty? And then pull it around the back. Ah, there's my zip tie. I couldn't find it. We'll zip tie this down because you don't want, you know, the loose pieces going. Okay. So the way the bee kit will work is it's going to go out this week, and when I'm sure the majority of everyone has it, then we'll do the live. Okay? So it'll be in the next week or so. Okay, so we've got all the white. Isn't that pretty? So we don't hardly have any mesh left, so I just won't even worry about that. Okay, let's get this mesh back up. Let me show you the kit. Alright, so I did list it today. This is going to be the next kit. Alright, so I matched the sign to the ribbon. So you can see it says, welcome, enjoy the ride. This is the ribbon. So you can see them side by side. I also have a turquoise ribbon with the pink rickrack that goes with it. The mesh will be pink and turquoise. Alright. This mesh, it is kind of similar to cotton. It's also similar to jute. It's kind of a cross. So what we're going to do is we're going to do just like we did the other day. We're going to tuck that end under, just like that. And then we're going to go right up the center for our ruffle. You see how it wants to fray a little bit at the end? So when we get to the end, we just tuck it under. And then we're not going to see these little pieces. So you don't need to do a full-on curl, just a little tuck. So it's like a tucked ruffle. Okay, we'll put this on. And these are 20 inches. Okay. Spread it out. We'll go ahead and do our ribbons. But you know I like to do efficient. I like efficiency. Alright, so I have these two ribbons together. So this has the little bunny on it and then the check that matches the bunny. So we'll just fold them in half. These are all cut at 12 inches with my perfect tails, of course. If you're looking for perfect tails, they are at Burlap Boutique, and it's B-O-W instead of B-O-U.com. So that's Melissa's place. Alright, so we just curve them over a little bit. So we found the center, curved them over, tie it in, and then we'll stretch it out, just like that. So see, we're still going to see a little bit of white, but we're going to get that black and white in there. Wah! Okay. Alright, so tuck under. Y'all wait till you see the cute one we're going to be having for Christmas. I've already pre-ordered the ribbon, because you know, sometimes that stuff takes a long time if I have to get it imported. That one does. It is another bike, and it is the cutest stinking thing ever. And I'll make a sign to match when it gets here. Okay, so we did this one. So I picked white with a little black ribbon in it because I don't want there to be so much black on this that you can't see the bunny, right? So we have to kind of keep that balance going. All right, here we go. So I'll just tie it in and spread it out. So you see how that white pops? And that's what we want. We want to keep that white in here so that it doesn't get buried in all the check. Alright, so tuck the end under, just like that. So look, about, what? About an inch, alright? And then I just go right up the center, just like we usually ruffle. Have our fingers at the end, and we're creating that little dam. Alright, and tuck it under. The bunny came from Anne's Creations on Etsy. Owl has the link. It's also in the description. And y'all, this is absolutely well made. Okay. And it comes with the carrot. Did you see the carrot? Oh my God, look at the carrot. It comes with the carrot. I love the carrot. Alright, so pinch in the middle. And then we'll put it in. Okay. And when you're putting these in that have a pattern, you want to make sure you're paying attention to what direction your pattern's going in. So you see how I have it so that our bunny, you can see him. He's not like upside down. Hold on, I gotta move. We have to name our little thing. Our little bunny. What should we name him? Alright. Now I'm going to say hello to Charlie and Sophia before I forget, because I get busy and I forget. Alright, so we just tie it in. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we're just pinching. Alright, and just kind of tucking it under. There we go, just like that. Don't you love this rickrack? I'm a little obsessed with the rickrack now. I can't seem to help it. So we tuck it under, and there we go. I love black and white too. It's just such a great contrast. You know, it's funny, the boys and I homeschool my boys. And we just learned about the colors of the rainbow in science. And how white is all the colors together, so every color together makes white. And black is the absence of color. So it makes sure that it makes sense that it's such a contrast, right? Okay, so tie them in. Tuck that under. Alright. Then pull out our little guy here. Alrighty. So tuck under. Roll up. So that last piece, I just kind of roll it under and pinch it. You are a homeschool mom too? Cool. Yep. It's hard. I'm not going to lie. It is very hard. However, I do enjoy it. It's funny because I learn a lot more now than I did when I was in school. because now I actually retain it. Sims has the 15-inch wreath forms, so that's what this is. And they may say 15 by 24, and the reason is because it's 15 inches at the top, it's 24 at the bottom, and so it makes a 24-inch wreath by the time you get your stuff on it. Yeah, we have a specific reason why we do it, but I think it's so worth it. We can control what they learn, and yeah, and Carson is super smart, so we can make sure he's challenged. Righty. It's awesome. Mommy learns at the same time the boys learn it. Okay. Alrighty. So we just keep doing this all the way around. This. Alright. So you see how I have the bunny going up and down? So we want to do that so we can see him. Right? Okay. So tuck. I am kind of making a crease on it just because I think it makes it easy when you start it. And you see I use my whole hand when I'm doing ruffles. If you're struggling with ruffles, try spreading out your fingers and using your whole hand to do the ruffle. So, and I do make sure that my ruffles are standing up. Okay. I love this white rickrack. It's so cool. Okay. And you know I got this mesh when I was at Sims, but I'm sure that Trendy Tree has it. I would bet they do. Okay. I do too, right? Love these colors. Okay. So right up the center. Alright. And y'all, I'm having my first retreat in April. I'm so excited. I've been working on the designs, what I'm going to do, trying to plan everything out. Alrighty. I'm super excited. I was thinking about having some local too. I mean, out of Columbia. When I say local, that's what I mean. Okay, hold on. I just messed myself up. Needs to go this way. There. See, I was about to put my bunny upside down and make him dizzy. Alright. Are you excited? I'm so glad. I'm excited too. Okay. Now, Brenda, you know we are counting on playing that card game. It's a must. So you just tell me how many packs of cards I need to bring. Because we're playing. That was fun. Okay. And I have another fun game we're going to play. So we're going to do some fun stuff besides just, you know, wreaths and bows. And shop, of course. We have to shop. Right? Yes, I think there are a few people who are coming through Tennessee. Yeah. No dizzy bunnies, right? That's funny. Okay. Look how cool that looks already. Okay. I told my mom this morning, I said, you have to pick out which Easter ones you want, because I need to start listing some of these. Because we are overloaded with Easter stuff in this house. Okay, so we're going to the top now. And I will tell you, I do tie the mesh down before I tie the ribbons. And there's a reason for that. So I do that because I want my ribbons to be more on top, because I use 12-inch ribbon, 12-inch tails. If I use 13-inch tails, I would tie them in with the mesh so that they would sink more into the ruffle. So you do that because when it's 13-inch, you want them to more like come out like tails. When you do 12-inch, you want them to more be on top, because they're not as long, so you want them to kind of stand up on top. Woo, buddy, it's getting warm in here already. So I think that it's gonna warm up seriously here soon. I'm ready. I'm kind of over this cold stuff, especially when it's like hot one day and cold one day. Okay, there we go. Okay, so when you're putting them on the top, make sure you're not squashing the bottom, because you know how those things like to do that. So you just want to kind of pull it up, make sure it's not making that bottom squash down, because it likes to do that. Yeah, Perfect Tails are from Burlap Boutique, and the caddy is from Crazy Maisie Creations. Okay. So up top, we're kind of more spreading them out than we did on the bottom. Whoop. They were all going to come. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay, so we'll put it in. Whew. It's getting warm in here. I'm telling you, those lights will do it. Whoa. Okay. So tie this in. Stretch him out. We want to see that cute little bunny. He's so cute. Yeah, it's very cold at night here right now, and then it's pretty warm during the day. What is Perfect Tail? This is Perfect Tails. So this is how I cut all my ribbon. It just makes it a lot easier to cut a whole bunch at one time, and I can make sure they're all the same length. So that is what they are for. And they're made by a friend of mine, Melissa. Okay. Now, this one isn't a kit, but I did put where you can get the bunny in the description. I do have a new kit out though, because the other one's gone. That thing went so fast. Sometimes they go really fast. So I just went ahead and listed the new one. Okay. Here we go. So y'all, my dad is having surgery this week. So if you think about it, when you do your prayers, if you would put him in there, please. He's having a procedure called the Watchman. And it's where they put a little device in a area in your heart to prevent blood clots, so we can get him off blood thinners, because he keeps having stomach bleeds while he's on his blood thinners. So he's having it done on Thursday. So that's where I'll be Thursday. Thank you. Yeah, it makes my mom really nervous. So I feel good about the doctors, so I'm just going to trust that God's going to bring him through. So that's what we're going to do. It's better for him in the long run. Because y'all know I take care of my parents, so we definitely want this done. So we don't have to worry about him bleeding to death. Because that's scary stuff. No, it's like a little device that they put in your heart in this area where there's a space, and he has AFib. So when you have AFib, you tend to create blood clots, and it goes in this little area in your heart. And so they put this little device right in that spot, and it prevents blood clots from forming right there. So it's a new procedure that they just came out with like a couple years ago. It's new, but we're doing it because it will be better for his health in the long run. And he hates those he hates those blood thinners, so it'll be good. It'll be good for him. It is tough being a caregiver, but as much as I love my siblings, I just don't trust them to take care of them like I do. So I can't help it. I have to make sure that they're taken care of. Those are my parents. They took care of me. Now it's my turn. Right? Because that's what I believe. I believe that you stick with your family. And when they need taken care of, you step in and you do it. And it's wonderful having them here with the kids. They get to see them every day, and that's great. I love that. My parents took care of my grandma, and I got to see her every day. That's a special thing. All right, last ribbon. Huh. Sometimes there is a time delay, like 20 or 30 seconds. Same thing happens to my mom. A lot of it depends on what your internet is like. So, don't worry. Alright, so we got the basic part done. So you can see we still see the white. So it's not completely just overwhelming black and white. So we do that so that we can see our guy right on it. Oh, he's so cute. And look, he has his little bow. There's your little bow. Alright, so we're going to do a little surgery on this guy so we can get him on our wreath. Let's use a pipe cleaner or two. Wow, we're out of white. Hold on. White. Here we go. Alright. Okay. Let's see, the ribbon. You should be able to get this at Trendy Tree. I know I've seen this at Trendy Tree Craft Outlet. Alright. Hold on, I gotta find one I haven't used yet. Here we go. Alright. These are weaving needles. Like weaving and out. That's what they're called. They are plastic, okay, so they're easy to kind of bend. And they work really great when you're trying to get something through. What's funny? When you're trying to get through fabric or something like that. You see, I can just put it right through, and then it takes a minute to work it through, and there it is. See how much easier that is than trying to get it through, because, oh, that's a pain in the tail. So we got one. Let's see. Yep, right up here at the top. So we'll do the same thing. Okay. So right up here at the top. These work really great in grapevines too. Because my group members can tell you, my cubbies can tell you, I use these things all the time. All the time. Alright. There we go. Okay. Alright, so we got our bunny ready. Let's do our bow. And then we can put it all together. Because y'all know, even if I don't put a bow in the wreath, I always make a bow to match. Because you need a matching bow. Isn't that right, Bella? Huh? Isn't that right? She's looking at me like, whatever you say, Mom. See, there's Belle. In her little chair. Hi, baby. Yeah, you a good girl. Okay. So let's do the black and white on the bottom because it will pop out more. Righty. So cut that at an angle. So I just did the dovetail at the bottom, just so it has a nice little finished edge. Okay, I'll put it in. So this is about 9 and 10 inches. I have a Pro Bow, I just don't use it very often. Okay, so we'll do, let's do 6 inch. So we'll go to 6. Okay, twist it in the middle. This is very thick ribbon. So, just to let you know, it's pretty thick. Because it essentially has, it's the ribbon, and then it has that rickrack on top of it. Yeah. There's no telling what goes on in our dogs' minds. Okay. So, I like to stack mine on top of each other so I can make sure that they are the same size. And make sure when you twist it that you get a good twist. Because if you don't get a good twist, that's what creates those little problems in the middle, where your bow kind of bunches up. So, if your bow's bunching up in the center, it's because you didn't get a full twist. Alright. There we go. Okay, pull it out, cut. Put that away. Now, I will move my ribbons around. I will hold it in the center while I move them, because I just did all that work and I don't want to lose what I just did. So, there we go. So if you do this step before you take it out, it saves you some time. Yeah, so this here is the Probo's 4-in-1, okay? It essentially is like a large bow dabra with numbers on it, or an easy bow maker with numbers on it. To me, they're all the same. I like all of them. So, okay, we're going to do the little bunny next. Okay. Alright, so this has a pattern. Oh, okay, so you can tell it has a pattern because there's something in the middle of it, right? So anything that has a pattern or writing or something like that, you want to do by hand. So I'll pinch it up like this, okay? I'm going to drop that on the floor. I'm going to put it in between my thumb and my finger, right there. And I'm going to make sure I have a 6-inch loop. I can put it here and measure, or I can put it on my board. Alright, and on this side, we go under. So I take the ribbon. On this side, we're going to go over. So I take the ribbon and I pull it across, and I'm just putting it in my hand. I'll make sure they match. But I'm not twisting, I'm not stacking them. I'm just strictly putting them in between my finger and my thumb, and I'm just kind of pushing it in there, okay, like that. And what this does is this ensures that our little bunny is going to stay in the same direction, okay. On the last one, just bring it out, trim it off, okay, and then we'll put it down. Alright. Go ahead and move it out a little bit. Do our dovetail. So all you do is fold it and cut towards where the wire is. It's easier for me to remember to cut towards the wire, because if you don't, you'll end up with that weird point. Alright, so let's use a little black and white checked. Alright, so we just need one of this one. Okay. So just make sure it's the same size. There we go. Trim it off. Alright. Okay. Whoops! I'm like hitting everything. Alright, so I'll take my zip tie. In this case, I have a black one. I'll go all the way under everything, and I will start to get it tightening. I'll pull it out. You can see where it was in the bow maker, so I can hold it together with my hand, pull this around the back, and start tightening. I don't want to do it completely yet, because I want to go ahead and make sure I am moving stuff around again gently, so you don't pull it out. I want to get my tails where I want them to go. Okay. Alright, let's grab a tie. Alright, so we have a pipe cleaner here. We'll just run it through there. Okay, make sure everything looks good. One more time. Okay. I'm going to tighten this as tight as I can get it. Alright. Then I'll take my two ends of my pipe cleaner and hold it with my zip tie and fluff it out. Okay. So you're just putting your hands in there, kind of moving it back and forth and getting it fluffed out. Like that. There we go. And there we have a bow. Alright, so once I have it fluffed, I will cut off the zip tie. Alrighty. And I'm going to pull my tails and get them curling a little bit. Okay. Alright. Alright. Let's kind of move some of our ribbon over here. I'll move this before I step on it. Because I have done that. I have stepped and squashed my little pieces and that super stinks. Alright, so let's put, I think we're going to put this guy, oh, let's see. Hold on, we're going to play for a second. If we do him here and him here, then we could do the carrot up here out of the bow. Let's do that. Alright. Okay. I'm going to put the bow here because I want more of the white and black to show. So I just go where the tie is and I'm going to run my bow right around where everything tied in. Like this. Okay. Alright. And then I'm just tying it to the frame. Okay, so I'm tying it right back here so you can see where I'm tying it. Alright, and then I will refluff again. So I want to make sure some of this white is coming out so that it will help it pop out. There we go. Alright. We are going to do a little trick with this. But let's put this guy on first. Alright. So like right here. Maybe a little bit more there. Okay. So same thing. I'm tying it right around. Ow! Sorry, I'm jabbing my finger. That is so not pleasant. Okay. We had fun in the Zoom today. We have fun in the Zoom every time. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's always fun. Woo! That mesh scrapes my finger. Alright. Ouch. Alright, there we go. So now I'm going to kind of pull out my ribbons a little bit just to make sure they're not squashed under our little bunny here. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we've got this so far. Wait, okay, there. Everything's on there good. Now, the carrot. we are going to take a skewer. All right. I'm going to make a hole in it. All right, so I'm going to take my awl. This is an awl. If you don't have an awl, you can, and it's AWL, awl. You can use an ice pick. All right, so all I did was make a little hole in it. And then I'm going to put this stick right in there. Okay, so the reason I did that is because now I have something that I can stick into the wreath and make sure that it stands up. So you see, so it's a little bit longer than I need. So I'm just going to cut some off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go underneath my bow to where the tie is, and I'm going to tie this down. And I'm also going to put it through the mesh as well. There we go. Okay. See how cute that is coming out of the, I really need to glue it down, but y'all, I just cannot look at glue right now. My finger is just a little bit too sore. So I'll come back and glue this like tomorrow. My finger's not bugging me so much. But see how cute it is to have that little thing in there coming out from the bow. I like it. It's so cute with this little greenery. Awesome. Okay, so let's see if we had any questions that I missed. I know I love this bunny. It's so cute. All right. What was the question? I missed something. Hold on. Let me get my glasses. All right. What's the question? You can always ask a question. Okay, how do I decide colors, picking mesh, wreath attachment, ribbon choices? Alright, so that is a really good question. And you probably won't like the answer because I'm going to say it depends. Okay, it depends. Sometimes I will see a ribbon, okay, and then I will use that ribbon and I will start building off from that ribbon. Sometimes it's a sign. So in this particular case today, I started with the bunny. I already knew that I wanted to use the black and white mesh, but I knew I didn't want it to be so black and white that you couldn't see the bunny. So I picked ribbons specifically to match the bunny, but not so that they would bury him. Okay? So when you're picking colors, you really just have to pick the colors that will work with what you're doing. So we'll talk about my kit here, okay? So when I plan out a kit, I almost always go from a ribbon. I'll find a really cute ribbon I love, all right? And I pick this. I'll design a sign around it. So if you found a sign that matched a ribbon, then all you have to do is look at what's in here. So we have turquoise in here and we have pink. This ribbon is pretty light, okay? It's a lighter pink. So I'm going to use a darker pink mesh because then it's going to pop out more. Okay, does that make sense? So in this case, I'll be using turquoise and pink, and then I'll find ribbons that coordinate with that same palette. But I don't want it to be all just pink and turquoise. I want a little bit of white in here. So that helps to pull the sign out. Does that help? Okay. think I'm missing something else. All right. Does that help? Do we have a spammer? It happens sometimes, y'all. You can't worry about it. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Thank you. Hey, Lillian. Good. Ha ha ha. Oh boy, we have a really juicy one today, I see. Well, I guess we just have a new person that we have to add to our block list. That's okay. Don't worry, y'all. They'll go away eventually. Yeah, they're persistent. No, my retreat has not filled up yet. But we're getting ready to close it. So if you want to go, then you need to do it soon. Thank you. Are they trying to test you, Owl? Well, tell them just go away. Say that we can't have that today. We just can't do it. That takes up too much of our time. The mess choice is a scary one for you. Well, honestly, all you really need to do is so when you get dressed in the morning, right? You get your clothes out, you match your clothes, you know how to match your clothes, right? Well, this is very similar to matching clothes, okay? You have to pick things that coordinate together. So take your sign, take your ribbon, go to the mesh and put it up next to each other. Even if it's on your computer, you can still set it up next to your computer and see if it matches. Okay, so that's kind of how I think of it in my mind. I know what colors coordinate when I'm picking clothes. It's going to be the same when you're doing something on a wreath. Because it's still the same concept, right? Yeah. The design group on Sunday is at 2 o'clock. Oh, and we made such cute things today. And I burnt the crud out of my finger. I mean, seriously, look. I like took the skin right off of my finger. But Wreath turned out cute. I totally understand, Debbie. We'll have another one. For sure. My glasses are all dirty. So, you're welcome. Awesome. All right, y'all. Well, oh, okay. So if you want information on the retreat, it is called, here, I'll type it in. Hold on. It is creative, whoops, might help if I was down here. Okay, Creative Community, I can't spell, summit.com. That's it. So that's where you can sign up. And as soon as I'll tell you what I'm going to do. So the kits that sell out real fast, I will just, as soon as I get the supplies for it, I'll list the next one. So we're going to change it a little bit. So 2 to 3 weeks after you order the kits, it should be in the mail. Because that's about how long it takes for me to get the supplies. So it takes generally 2 weeks or so, depending on how busy they are. Just depends on how busy they are. Yeah. Thank you. Nope, you do not have to be in a paid group to go to the retreat. You sure don't. Nope, I did open it to my group first, and then I opened it to the public. Yep, it's gonna be fun. It's in Myrtle Beach in April. So, all right, y'all have a wonderful night, and I will see y'all on Wednesday. Okay, y'all have a great night. I'm gonna take this down to show to my mama. I'll have to glue this in later when my finger's not so mad. Alright, y'all have a great night, and I will see y'all in a few days, okay? Bye, y'all!